In this video, you will see all the Microsoft Flight Simulator routes I flew in 2025. Enjoy! Some of these videos are kind of old, so my voice might be a little high. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we're going to be playing Microsoft Flight Simulator and flying from Princess Juliana Airport to SJU Airport in Puerto Rico. So the flight is going to be from St. Martin to Puerto Rico. We're going to be using 737 MAX, and if you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. It's free, and you can only unsubscribe later. Let's go on with the video. Okay, here we are in the 737 MAX. Let's go ahead and turn on the screens here. Okay, let's get the passengers on board. And it just connects magnetically. I guess that works. Alright, let's see. And now that we've got all the passengers in, fueled up, and have the autopilot set, let's gain clearance to go to the runway.
I am done with the boarding.
You know they say a Microsoft Flight Simulator video without a time lapse. Let's get it rolling. Alright, so let's press the brakes, power all the way up. Release brakes. knots.
Charlie Bravo Alpha, Niner 1 tree. Continue for west departure.
Alright everyone, this is time lapse number 2. Let's get on to Puerto Rico. Okay, we are now coming in for a landing onto runway 10 at SJU Airport. We're almost there, guys. Oh my god, abort landing.
400. Too low, gear.
I forgot to put down the landing gear. We need to abort landing. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go with another time lapse. We gotta circle around again and land. Hee hee. have just landed at SU Airport. It wasn't the best landing, but hey, we got down safely. Now we got to taxi to the gate and get the passengers off board. Alright everyone, we just parked at the gate. That means our mission is finished. Now we power down the engines, and in this airport the flight sim doesn't recognize the gate bridges, so it's not going to deploy. However, the baggage does deploy, or the people come to empty the baggages. Just kidding, that doesn't work either. That means our journey has concluded. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. Like I said, it's free and you can always subscribe later. So please. Okay, share this with your friends, and yeah, peace out in the next video. See you in the next. Bing, 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 bing. Hello everyone, welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator video, and in today's video we're going to be flying from Miami International to Orlando International Airport. So it's going to be a flight from MIA to MCO Airport. Today we're going to be flying a Boeing 767-300ER from Captain Sim. I know it isn't the best, but that's what was available. Let's get this video rolling. So first we're gonna do a walk around. We gotta check the wheels, the wings, the wheel wells, and of course we gotta check for damage and debris around the plane. But we're just gonna go ahead and skip this part. And now that we're in the cockpit, let's turn on the batteries and turn on this whole airplane. Then we're gonna push back and taxi to the runway, and we'll be on our way to MCO Orlando International Airport. Okay, now we're holding short of runway 27, and let's get the engine spooling up so we can take off to MCO Airport, as I've repeated for like the 1,000th time already. Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up.
Slim Charlie Bravo Alpha Niner 1 tree. Continue for north.
Continue for north departure. Slim Niner 13.
Slim Charlie Bravo Alpha Niner 1 tree.
And now that we
Even
have
my airspace.
taken off,
Frequency change approved.
we are now heading to MCO Airport. Let's do
Miami Tower.
this time lapse.
Slim Charlie Bravo Alpha.
now it is time for landing. I'm gonna warn you, this wasn't the best landing for like a 767. This is really my first time actually landing this aircraft, and like after an actual flight. So like, don't judge me that hard, you know. Okay, I'm just gonna let the video play out.
Landing here. Landing here. Landing here. 200. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Slim Charlie Bravo Alpha 9er 1 exit runway when able.
And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have somewhat crash landed into MCO Airport. And now I'm gonna do a time lapse of taxiing to the gate. Here we go. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, our journey has concluded. This was a very fun flight, not the best landing, but you know, who cares? If you want me to do more flights like this, but with different aircraft, please be sure to comment it in the comment section. The planes I have are Airbus A330, A321, this 767, 777, 737, and 747. So let me know what I should do next. Anyways, like and subscribe, ring the bell, share this video, and peace out. See you on the next video. Peace. Hello everyone, welcome back to a Microsoft Flight Simulator video, and in today's video we're gonna be flying from OKC Airport to DFW Airport in a Boeing 777-300ER. Let's get this video rolling. Alright, so for the flight time of this flight is going to be approximately 38 minutes, but since with the power of editing we can make it just 9 minutes or so. But we're just gonna go ahead and go inside, and as always we're gonna do a time lapse right here of turning on the plane, pushing back, and taxiing to the runway. Okay, now that we have everything ready and we have taxied to the runway. Now we can line up and take off to DFW Airport. And now that we have taken off, we can time lapse all the way to DFW Airport right before we land. Okay, normally I would end the time lapse here and let the video play out to landing, but then I realized my speed was a little too high, so I went around.
ladies and gentlemen, has been our first butter landing from this little series. Please clap for me. Alright, let's do now another time lapse of taxiing to our ramp. Yeah, not a gate, it's a ramp this time. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our journey has concluded for this video. This was also a very fun flight, like the 737-1 and the 767-1. However, this is not the end of it. The next video will probably be on the A321 or the A330. So let's see. Vote on it in the comments. I'm still gonna choose myself anyway if you guys don't vote. Anyways, hit the subscribe button, like button, ring that bell, and share this video with every person you have known in your life. See you guys in the next video. Peace. Hello everyone, welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator video, and into this video we're gonna do a flight from Puerto Rico SAU Airport to Punta Cana Airport. I forgot the airport code for the Punta Cana Airport. Anyways, let's get this video rolling. Okay, now that we're in the cockpit, let's do our regular time lapse of starting up the aircraft, pushing back from the gate, and lining up to the runway. While this time lapse happens, I'm going to tell you about a few bugs that this A330-300 has in the flight simulator. Well, the only actual issue that this plane had was that it wouldn't show me the airspeed. It was probably an error of my part that I forgot to do, which I don't know. Maybe I removed the pit cover, which I tried to remove in flight, but I don't think that worked. But yeah, that's really the only issue here. Let's just continue with the time lapse. Okay, now that we are all set and ready to go, we can line up to runway 08 and take off to Punta Cana. Alright. You know what's coming. Another time lapse. Just another time lapse. Come on. Another issue that this aircraft was having is that the autopilot doesn't work, really. So I had to manually fly it all the way, all 38 minutes to the destination. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for landing. As you can see, the beautiful butter machine landing gears are deploying. And thankfully, I did remember to capture the footage for like the outside view below the landing gear. It was pretty sick.
Speed. 1,000. Speed.
Alright, here we go to another time lapse to taxi to the game. That was a quick time lapse. Anyway, our journey has concluded for this flight, ladies and gentlemen. The only aircraft left to do a flight with is an Airbus A321. Subscribe if you want to see that video, and well, until next time, peace. Hello everyone, welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator video, and in today's video we're going to be flying a Boeing 777-200, and it's different from the 300 because it's shorter and has a shorter range. Today we're going to be flying from Princess Juliana Airport, aka St. Martin, to Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic. As always, I'm going to do a time lapse of turning on the aircraft and taxiing to the runway. Time for takeoff. And here comes the longest time lapse of the video, the cruise time lapse. And guys, my favorite part, the landing. The audio was very horrible, absolutely horrible, so I have to put this music over it so you guys don't bleed from the ears. And now for the taxi part. And everyone, that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, as always, like and subscribe, ring the notification bell if that still exists. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.